Greetings, YouTube. Happy Monday as I log into the game for the first time this week. I must say that, and I said, by the way, it's not this week, but it's like technically this week is in. I always feel like Monday Central Standard Time, first deal opportunity grading day, news day, whatever notifications are on the way day. Traditionally, if nothing else, it's Battlegrounds reset week. If you missed it, I did a video this morning on all of the cheaters that are hiding in plain sight right now, as Kabam should be embarrassed and, dare I say, ashamed of their inability to punish people in real time. Maybe they just don't want to put the resources to it, but it is hurting the players who are fighting honestly. And by the way, I have yet to run into, knock on wood, a bot in Battlegrounds. I have lost fair and square. I also, knock more wood, avoided most of the major bugs that so many of you submitted to the channel that you ran into. So maybe this week I get all of that. But it is new Battlegrounds week. And on top of that, Kabam has sent us the Energy Daily card, which almost always is the exact same offer. So we're not going to spend a tremendous amount of time on it. But it is 19 energy refills total, which if you were to spend cash on them, and again, I don't know how many of you do that, but this is the kind of thing you normally see before, say, the introduction of Act 8. But 19 energy refills times 30 is 570 units worth of energy refills by itself. And then the potions are a bonus, and so are the 3 level 2 revives and the 3 level 2 team revives, which is not always a gimme. Right? That is not always a gimme. So let's just ignore the energy refills for a second, which is ironic because the Energy Daily card is what it's called, and just talk about the revives. Now, I know some of you don't buy team revives. You just buy solo revives. But that's still 120 units of level 2 solo revives. If you were to factor this in, though, based off of the revives alone, we're not factoring in the potions, even though level 5 potions are still significant. We'll just throw them in as a bonus. That's still 990 units worth of value for $10. And yes, it's cash, not units. But 990 units would normally cost you more than $30. Well, more than $30. Really, if you wanted to almost guarantee yourself, I think you'd be 5 units short. It would be $35 worth of units for $10. So, I have enough energy refills and overflow potions and revives, as you can see, every single category is in the overflow, that I would not purchase this. However, I don't want to be irresponsible as a channel, because my job is to take my circumstances out of it and just say, objectively speaking, what's the value of this? I still think this is at least a B plus value. The reason why I wouldn't give it an A is because most people get energy refills from things like peak milestones, which are free. And so I tend to save my A value grades for things that really you can't get for free in the game. You can only get on special occasions or at such a tremendous discount that it's almost like a sell your house mortgage type situation. That's sarcasm, by the way. Don't sell your house or mortgage for a mobile game. Okay, so let's just check out Battlegrounds real quick and see how things look. As you can see, I'm ranked 1,929th, which for me is about the highest that I've gone. So much respect for people like my friend KT, who's constantly in the top 5, top 10, etc. But his skills are, it's like talking about a professional when you're like a Division III college basketball player. Like, oh, the NBA must be nice. I'll read about it. One of the important things, too, is that the Battleground store resets in 55 minutes. Or at least the thing I care about resets in 55 minutes, and that's the 6-star 6 stones. On top of that, we do have a new node to worry about. Insult to injury. While the attacker is suffering from a debuff, their defensive ability accuracy is reduced by 50%. Now keep in mind, this week is a suicide mastery nightmare. And that's coming from somebody who has full suicides on. I don't like to spend units to reset my masteries. I might have done it had Kabam done what they promised us, and that's give us a couple of mastery trees we can set in as standard and just pay X amount of units to switch between. But because we don't have that option, as you can see, I'm not making this up. I still have full suicides on. And yeah, the Battlegrounds rewards are really good, but at the same time, I just don't know if it's worth it to me to turn them off. Maybe I still will, but right now I'm kind of on the fence. So, yeah, that's going to make it to where you definitely don't want to start off having debuffs. And then on top of that, the defender has 100% increased defensive ability accuracy. When the attacker has 3 or more buffs, the defender becomes unblockable until the attacker has 0 debuffs. Whenever the attacker purifies a debuff, they become unblockable for 7 seconds. So, who knows? Maybe when you have people who purify debuffs, like, I don't know, Mole God, you can return to God status. I will say in the defense of Mole Man, and you know I'm always trying to keep it 100 on this channel, I used Mole Man in several Battlegrounds fights that I won, even after the nerf. So, I'm leaning toward not using the rank down ticket on him, which I don't know if I would have thought that right when the information came out. So, you know, I'm being honest. Some of you might say, well, Prof, you still should, but I think Mole Man still has a lot of utility, even though he doesn't have the most utility he's ever had, obviously, with a true accuracy change. Well, Energy Refill, B+, that's a high grade, especially for this time of year for an offer. And then Battlegrounds, it is going to be a nightmare for people who run Suicide Masteries. I always want to put that in the title, but understandably, YouTube sometimes flags the title when it has the word suicide in it. So I don't want to be demonetized, so I'm just going to not do that. Have a good week, YouTube. Thanks for watching.